technically live. Let me just pull it up on my phone, actually. What do you want to start off with?
Probably the Luca trade.
Yeah, I'll pull up something. Wow, this is live as Avengers. Just one moment.
Luca trade, and we can talk about the Super Bowl. We could even go into the NBA trade deadline, the NFL awards.
Just making sure the audio is good. Okay. Yeah, I'll shuffle between topics. I believe this works. All right, you're back.
Yeah, I just got some water.
Okay. All right, we're live. I'm gonna pull up. Just making sure everything looks good. Okay. I'm gonna pull up. We'll start off with the Luka Doncic news and trade that shattered the NBA.
Yeah,
Well, I pulled
crazy.
this. Well, I pulled this up. Uh, any first thoughts about that trade?
My first thoughts when I seen it go down, I was shocked, like everybody. I thought it was fake. And I didn't know, as a LeBron fan, I didn't know if I liked the trade or not, honestly.
Ooh,
It
as a
was very, I don't know, I was starting to get invested into that Lakers team,
they were looking good,
especially,
playing
yeah,
good
they
ball.
just beat the Knicks that day. And I liked AD. I thought they could win a championship with AD this year if they got a true big man, and then they shipped him off.
Yeah,
Shipped him out there.
my first reaction to that is wow. Like,
Yeah.
whoa. Like, is this real? I think that was, the internet's made consensus is, whoa, is this real? Did Shams get hacked? I almost said whoa.
Right.
But did
Yeah.
he get hacked, or what's going on? And then my immediate thought after that is, how do you trade your 25-year-old, next generation type
Right.
of superstar
Yeah.
for and AD's no scrub,
He's
AD's
not.
no bum,
No.
but how do you trade your, the next generation for a 31-year-old AD who, I mean, the last two seasons has been more consistent with the lineup, in the lineup a little bit more.
Yeah.
But that's crazy to me. It's crazy to me.
Yeah. I mean, Luca's All NBA first team for 5 straight seasons. That's like what? 5 straight All NBA
Five straight,
first
yeah.
teams. He was
Only two
third in
losses.
MVP voting last season and averaged 34 points a game 2 years ago. And they're giving up on him because they think he's fat, which is just the craziest thing I've ever
uh,
heard.
yeah. As I pull up his career stats, let's screw it. Let's go through them.
Yep, I got him up on my.
Oh, you got him up too.
You know,
2018, 2019, 21 points per game. Rookie year, second year, 28 points per game, 9 rebounds. I'm blind, don't have my glasses on. 9 rebounds. Third year in,
almost 9 assists.
I mean, look at these stats. I mean, we could go through them. It just gets higher, actually, going
Yeah,
into year five, or 4 and 5, or 5 and 6. Like I said, I'm blind.
yeah.
But Luca is. You trade this. You trade that, and what Dallas was building with Luca. I mean, they just went to the finals last year. It's
That's what
crazy.
I'm saying. I don't understand what. I don't know. Did they not like how he talked to the refs and complained all the time? And I honestly really think that the weight problem is what did it. Like they really didn't think he was going to be able to lose weight, which
which is
I mean,
crazy.
I get it. You want him to be slimmer, but if he's doing what he's doing at this size, why not just ride with it until he actually decides to lose some weight?
Right. And like a player like Luca who is crafty, gets to his spots, has extremely high basketball IQ. The weight factor isn't like you've got until recently, for example, you've got Jokic who was up there. I would say
Right.
his weight problem is more concerning with the position he plays and what he needed to do to get up the floor
Yeah.
than what Doncic needs to do. And he's a crafty, smart player that gets to his
Yeah.
spots. So for them to just start leaking all that stuff to try to save
Right.
face and make their front office look better and justified for the
Yeah.
move is ridiculous. Because what he's done for that franchise and the 5-6 years he's been there is absurd too. So I mean, I
Yeah.
thought I knew stuff was going to come out. I just didn't
Yeah.
think it was going to be like they're going to be taking that many shots at Luca. Like really?
Right. Yeah. And Luca obviously, I think he wanted to stay in Dallas,
Oh
like he said in his little note that he wrote when he left or whatever. Obviously wanted to stay. AD obviously in his interview a couple weeks ago said he wants to win a ring with the Lakers and have a parade and experience that, and then
yeah.
they ship him out. It's crazy. And then one thing that I've been hearing too from that Brian Windhorst guy on ESPN said nobody knew about the trade happening. Like LeBron didn't know, AD didn't know, Luca didn't know. I guess JJ Redick might have knew before that Knicks game last week, but LeBron honestly doesn't seem that mad about it. Like, because he knows, like, we
uh,
got Luca. Like,
no.
why would he be mad?
I don't think LeBron is as innocent as he claims either here.
Right.
With
Me
not
neither.
knowing anything,
Yeah.
I get it. That's never going to come out. They have to play both sides. I'm trying to actually
Hmm.
pull up while we talk about LeBron. His last game.
Oh, I was watching it last
I was
night.
trying to pull up some highlights, but even
He
ESPN
went
site's a
off.
little goofy.
He had Draymond crashing out. He
Draymond,
had that
Steve
whole
Kerr,
team.
yeah, Steve
Yeah.
Kerr
Yeah.
crashing out. But no, LeBron is definitely. You can tell from these last few games of watching him play. He's definitely energized right now. This is
Yeah.
like, I mean, in his head, I don't want to say dream come true. He's accomplished a lot, but like,
Yeah.
he's been wanting them to make a move for years.
Hmm.
Yes, they shipped out his buddy. Because
Yeah.
hold on, let me quiet down the sound of that. But yes, they shipped out his buddy, but it's this is exactly what you want. They were aggressive. They
Dude.
got Luka Doncic to pair up with LeBron James. There's questions:
Hmm.
are they gonna fit? Are they not gonna fit? Um, I'm not concerned about that. You have two players
No.
that have high basketball IQ. LeBron
Yeah.
has been wanting to defer to AD. He's tried to give him the keys. He's tried to give it to him, and it just hasn't
Yeah.
really worked out.
No.
Like,
No.
and I
No.
think LeBron said it. I just saw something with them where he said, "Well, how's it going to work with you and Luka?" And he said, "Well, Luka's going to have the ball. Luka and Reeves or something like that are going to have the ball in their hands."
Yeah.
Like, I don't think LeBron wanted to be in the position to have to be the go-to guy at this point in his career
No.
every night, and now he doesn't have to.
No. No. Exactly. I think it was the perfect move. I mean, you've seen what they did when he could literally defer to Kyrie when he was in Cleveland those years. Like he could defer to Kyrie if they need a big shot. And Kyrie hit the biggest shot of their season one of the years, but Luka is a guy who just literally got to the finals through the Western Conference last year. So I mean, I don't know. It's exciting. I'm very excited to see what happens. And LeBron, obviously, you could tell he's like trying to show out for Luka.
Oh, he is. He is. He's letting Luka know, like, hey, I'm still here,
Yeah.
but we're gonna do this together. We're in this together. This is the type of energy I play with at the age of 40. This is how I go out here and play the game. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's time to lock in. We can do some crazy things if we both lock in. And I don't know. People are sleeping on the Lakers, saying like, I don't
Oh,
think the
they are.
Lakers are gonna make it. This team now is juice. We got Williams too. Um,
Oh yeah, that trade. Even though AD cooked him
oh
last
yeah,
time, like
yeah.
that trade will work. That trade will work now and in the future. Like it's perfect. They're making everybody happy with these moves that they made. I'm shocked that Palinka actually went to work at the deadline like he did. Like he came out and said the market for bigs was dry and this and that. Like I feel like that wasn't true. I feel like whenever he comes out and talks about trades, he's never telling the truth, which is smart.
Hmm.
You shouldn't let teams know your moves. So I don't know. I'm very excited to see what happens here with this Lakers team
Oh,
because it's
agreed.
going to get scary. And JJ Redick, people got to quit sleeping on JJ Redick. That dude's a good coach.
Oh, he's a hell of a coach.
He got so much there's so much controversy why they hired him and all the people hating before the season, and they compared him and Darvin Ham's record up until like a couple weeks ago when the Lakers started really winning. Now they're 11 games over 500. You don't see those comparisons anymore because Darvin Ham never was 11 games above 500 with the Lakers this early in the season.
Darvin Ham wasn't coaching. All right.
No,
He wasn't
no,
the X's and O's side of the coach. He might have been at times a good motivational speaker. I mean, we saw some
yeah,
clips that were like, okay, maybe not, but
right,
he might have did what he needed to do for that run they went on. Still wasn't enough. But yeah, no X's and O's not there. But yeah,
right.
just to kind of wrap it up, I just me being a Lakers fan, getting a player like Luca long term, post LeBron is a huge move.
Yeah,
Obviously, if you're Palinka and the Lakers, you have to make that deal. Like you have to take that deal. Like you're offering us Luca for
yeah,
AD. So yeah, I don't blame the Lakers for taking it. I don't blame LeBron for, you know, playing it off and
right.
acting clueless. But at the same point in time, uh, I think the Lakers. I think they could go all the way if this team
I
stays
think
healthy.
they're winning it. I think they are.
You just go out and say win it. I
I've said it. I told everybody. I said if they get a big at the deadline, they're winning the champ. Like a solid big, like Mark Williams. Like he can literally do exactly what they needed. And now they got LeBron and Luca, and Reeves has been having the best season of his career. I don't see anybody beating them in a best of 7 series right now.
I don't
They
either.
got defenders, they got wings, they got big wings, they got shooting. Gabe Vincent's starting to play good. Like I watch almost every Laker game. This is the best I think they've looked in the last year, or at least this season. I'd say this season by far. And they were playing the last couple games without AD, without Christie, without Luca. Like you could say all those guys weren't there, and they looked the best they have all year.
I would agree with that. They're looking locked into me, and Luca comes
Hmm.
back Monday. They're saying, and I
Hmm.
can't wait. This is some people are saying this is collusion. MB wanted to force this. Hey man, I don't care what it is.
Right.
I am re-locked in.
Yeah.
It
Me
worked.
too.
It
Right.
worked. All these
Yeah.
different trades.
Uh, Lastly, too, I think the Mavs are going to be really good if they're healthy. They're going to be a tough team to beat in the
Yeah,
playoffs.
agreed.
Very tough.
That series, Mavs and Lakers.
If they play, that's going to be arguably the best playoff series of this decade so far.
Yeah, let's talk about too. Let's shift a little bit to kind of a low key trade. Warriors had to do something, and it was acquiring Jimmy Butler from the Miami Heat. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, they overpaid for a 36-year-old Jimmy Butler
He's
who
36.
plays.
Wow, I didn't even. Oh,
Yeah, he's though 35. He'll be 36 at the start of next season, but 35 right now. A 35-year-old Jimmy Butler. You got a 30, what's Curry? 36?
about
30 something year
Curry
old
starting to
Draymond.
show it a little bit.
Oh yeah, he is. Unless he plays against LeBron, he goes crazy. But Jimmy Butler, let me see here. The last 6 seasons, he has not played over 64 games.
Wow.
He's played 25 games this season. And yeah, I just don't. I think they overpaid for a guy who just wants his money. Obviously, he's a great player in the playoffs. He doesn't try in the regular season from what we've seen the last couple years. I don't know. I don't think that moves the needle for the Warriors, if I'm being honest. You gave the Heat a first round pick. You gave them Andrew Wiggins. I just,
No,
I don't think it moves the needle. I think the Heat end up making it farther than the Warriors, honestly.
agreed. This to me was like, well, we try to get KD again. That didn't work. KD doesn't want to play for us.
Yeah,
Now what do we do? Well, we got to do something
yeah,
because we're what? What are they? 25, 25, 500 ball, 500 basketball team,
yeah,
struggling, barely staying where they are there. All right, well, Jimmy is still here because honestly, if I do wonder if like if the Warriors didn't make that move, if anything would have happened with Jimmy Butler.
right.
Like I didn't
I,
hear
yeah,
any other
I don't know.
rumors outside of possibly the Heat were trying to land KD. Maybe there was
Yeah,
rumors there, so maybe he would have gotten moved there. I figure, but now it's the same story. Honestly, with Jimmy Butler, man, it's he goes to a team, he'll play well in a stretch in the playoffs, whatever the case is. He did some
yeah,
great things with that team. I'm not gonna lie. Like
he
he
did.
they went on some good runs with him. They had some
Yeah,
okay teams that were pushed above thanks to him in the playoffs. But yeah, I'm not sold on it. I don't think it moves the needle. I don't think it helps their overall
mm-mm.
problems. It's kind of sad to see, but I think we're pretty much at the end of that of that Warriors team, and I don't know how much longer Steph's gonna want to continue to play either. I really don't with him.
Yeah,
I just don't. He's a shooter, so you think he play stick up there. I just don't know. But yeah, I just
yeah.
don't think that move is. I don't think it does much.
I don't think it does either. You don't add shooting. Jimmy can't really shoot like that. And I mean, yeah, you add a guy that is going to give you 100% effort in the playoffs, but him and Draymond are kind of the same type of player. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. Jimmy Butler's an awkward player to judge until you really see it play out on the court.
Yeah, and you don't know with him because he honestly really doesn't try during the regular season.
Right.
So whatever he does have left, we'll see if they could go on a run to make the playoffs or if they make the playoffs. So
Exactly.
part of another reason I've never been a huge fan because it's bluntly obvious with him that he really just doesn't try or commit during the regular
Yeah.
season at all.
No. No.
Outside of 10, 15 games a year, we'll say. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going through kind of the list here of it might be hard to see, but winners
I
and
could see it.
losers. A little article I pulled up from the Ringer of the trade deadline. Loser Phoenix Suns. I don't. The move to trade KD kind of surprised me. Like
Yeah.
it's turning into like he's one of those situations where like it seems almost every year he's thrown into trade discussions, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Just don't get it. I don't get
Yeah.
it. I don't get how trading him really helps them right now with the team they've constructed. Like it's kind of just you've dug that grave at this point. So
Yeah. Now the reports came out and that locker room's just already it was a locker room that was already toxic because Beal, they were gonna trade Beal. Now they're word that KD was getting shopped around. So KD obviously knows that.
mm-hmm.
KD ain't gonna want to stay there after this season's over. And I honestly wish that the Timberwolves found a way to get him over to Minnesota because
Oh, me too. Oh man.
that would have been a nice move. I feel like that would have worked out for both sides pretty well. And I think if the Wolves got KD, they would have been a very very big threat in the Western Conference to possibly make a playoff run there.
Imagine if they didn't trade their asset Karl Anthony Towns for a trade deadline like we just saw.
Yep. Yep.
I,
Could have got a better return than Julius Randle, that's for sure.
I said it when they made that trade. It just wasn't. They didn't get enough. Like, how do you
No.
trade Towns and not get
Yeah.
enough? That's
Yeah.
kind of like
And
the
now Towns is starting the All Star game
yeah.
in the
He's been
East.
going off. He's been going
Yeah.
off all year.
He's had a great season.
Well, we know the winner is the Lakers of that. Darren Fox, yeah, the Aaron Fox, kind of a sleeper
Yeah.
trade. Now playing with Wimby, young core there.
Yeah. That
Obviously,
was a good trade.
that was a good trade. I agree.
Hmm.
Not too much to say about that because we all kind of knew Darren Fox wanted,
Yeah.
not publicly, but he wanted out.
Yeah.
So not too surprising there. But I was trying to remember the Bucks trade. They traded Middleton for in short Kuz.
Yeah, basically for Kuzma, yeah.
It was
Yeah,
just
I mean,
eh,
Kuzma is not, to me personally, he's gotten more interested in life off the court compared to actually wanting to play basketball. But then I've seen reports that he's sort of started to lock in a little more as time's gone on throughout the last season or so. So you're playing with the winning team now. He's a guy that did perform for the Lakers in the playoffs when they won the finals. So I mean, he obviously has it in him, and I think the Bucks are, they were looking to get younger, get rid of Middleton with his injury history, and Kuzma is kind of a similar player to Middleton. He can shoot, he can put the ball on the floor, and same size, same height, basically. I don't know. I mean, that it's a decent move. It's smart for the future more than current, I'd say, for the Bucks.
agreed. Kind of keep Giannis happy. Although
Yeah.
when is he a free agent?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's soon. I seen a report the other day of him talking about he wishes all the foreign international players made it to a big market or something like that. He was
Oh, I
saying
did
how
see that.
cool that would be.
Oh yeah, he's signed until
Which,
20. I thought he had an option, player option
that's
oh
what I
20
thought too.
2027 2028. So he's locked in.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So cover a little bit about anything else you wanted to add about the trades. I know we kind of.
No, not really. I mean, just got to see once these teams start playing with their actual rosters how it's going to go, and only time will tell, I guess.
All right. All right. Well, we could jump into it's a sad week if you're an NFL fan. Uh,
Yeah.
it's a bittersweet week. It's Super Bowl Sunday. But this will be the last NFL game in what is it? 7 8 months, whatever it is.
It should be a while.
Uh
Literally like 6 months.
Man, it's gonna suck.
Season's really over.
Let's see if I could make this. Oh well, that's in. It's in Spanish here. But yeah,
Feels like the season just started.
dude, I know the season went by so quick,
Yeah.
but it is now time. We've got a great matchup, something we've never seen before. We've got the Chiefs and the Eagles. What are your first thoughts? What are you kind of expecting from this game? What type of game are you expecting?
Well, they got what? The Chiefs are favored by 1.5,
Just had it pulled up.
and
Let's see.
Chiefs are 1.5 point favorites, and I think the over under is 49.5. I do see. I think they had the highest scoring Super Bowl of all time when they played 2 years ago.
Was that the highest scoring?
Yeah, I think it was like 38-34 or something like that.
Oh wow.
And yeah, 38-35.
I do remember that
So
being a good game.
it was a
100%.
very good
Really good
game. The
game.
Chiefs were down by 10 at halftime.
No, what we can do. I'll put the highlights on here in the background.
Yeah. So yeah, that was a very good game. Mahomes, I remember, had that ankle injury going into that game, and then had a big run at the end to
Yep.
kind of put them in position to take the lead in that pass interference call on Juju Smith-Schuster happened,
That's right.
and
Oh yes. Yep. Of course.
it put the Chiefs in field goal range there to kind of milk the time and give them the lead with like 6 seconds left.
Yeah, it was a really good game. Teams are the teams now are a little bit defense. We could say now I'd like to say the Chiefs have a better defense now than they did then at that point.
Yeah,
More together as a unit now. Um, then you could technically even say the Eagles have a better defense.
Yeah,
That might
yeah,
be
I
slightly
would agree.
questionable, but technically, I think number one rated defense
Yeah,
this year. Offensively, I wouldn't say AJ Brown is what he was at that point when they played the first time in the bowl, but he could still put up huge games. As we kind of
yeah,
watch the highlights here, Devontae Smith too.
yeah. He had a pretty solid game. It looks like.
But he's been quieter for the Eagles now too. It seems overall,
Yeah,
like compared to even then. Now
yeah.
obviously they have Saquon Barkley, so
I think that's it. That's literally why. And I personally, you know how I feel about Jalen Hurts. I don't think he's a good like quarterback like that.
no, I don't.
He's good. He can win games, but like when he needs to throw the ball, like this game was his best game of his career by far. Throwing the football and just like complete quarterback game. This was the best game of his career without a doubt. Like you can't argue he had any other game just as good as the Super Bowl game, and they still came up short. I think the Chiefs are gonna make him have to throw the ball on Sunday, and that's gonna be if he can throw the ball effectively. I think the Eagles could win. If he can't, they're not beating the Chiefs. They're gonna force Jalen Hurts to have to throw the ball.
I just think I completely agree. I think honestly, what happens with that sounds kind of distracting me. I think honestly, what happens with Saquon is they limit Saquon. Like they're
Yeah,
gonna be going into this game like, all right, maybe we could give up a touchdown within the 5-10 yards to Saquon, but we're gonna want to limit his huge runs. Those 50 plus 20 plus runs kind of limit
yeah,
him on the ground. All right, maybe we'll let him get those 2 to 3 yards, but as long as we can kind of 2 to 5
yeah,
contain him on the ground and, like you said, force Jalen Hurts to have to make throws on key third
yeah,
downs. Those second and longs, maybe if they're limiting Saquon early and they can get a
yeah,
stop and kind of forcing Hurts to have to make plays with his legs, to have to
yeah,
throw, because we all know, and the Chiefs especially, man, know if they can just get Hurts to sit back there and have to make throws, that's what makes him uncomfortable. He can't get out.
yeah,
He's getting hit quick. His reaction time's got to be quick. He gets twitchy in the pocket, and he's got to sit
yeah.
back and make throws. It's not going to happen. And with
No,
and with the way their offense has been this year, when he's needed to make throws, they've always gotten bailed out this year throughout the whole year by Saquon.
yep,
And
yeah,
I don't see that happening versus a team like the Chiefs who are going to be game planning to stop that in
yeah,
quest to win 3 straight Super Bowls.
yeah. It's insane.
So it's just going to be tough for the Eagles. Now the Eagles' best chance on the flip side of that is do what they've done: play defense, limit Mahomes, stop Mahomes, make big plays, kind of like we just saw there last Super
Yeah,
Bowl. They're going to need some big plays down the field because I still think the Chiefs are going to limit the run, maybe get Saquon out in space and some screens, some stuff like that. Um,
yeah,
but they're also going to have to be able to stop Mahomes on key third down, stop him from using his legs,
yeah,
which is going to be tough. I don't
yeah.
honestly don't think we see a shootout like we did the first
No,
time they played. I don't see
yeah.
that.
I don't think it'll be as high scoring as the last time they played, but I think it's kind of confusing, but I think that's the only way the Eagles can beat them. I feel like if the Eagles take their time on offense, I don't think it's going to work out. I feel like the Chiefs are going to score more on their possessions than the Eagles are, if that makes sense. Like if the Eagles waste so much time, I don't know. I just think the Chiefs offensively are going to look really good on Sunday. The Eagles are going to have a problem really stopping the Chiefs on offense. And I think honestly, the Chiefs are going to throw the ball a lot. And Mahomes is going to hurt them with his legs and through the air. So the Eagles taking a lot of time off the clock, I don't think is going to help them.
No.
I don't know. It's honestly, it'll be a better game, I think, than the first one because it won't be a shootout. It's going to be more of like a game plan type of game, and if you want to go that way against Andy Reid, I don't think you're winning.
Yeah, and it's just tough to go against Andy Reid. Basically 2 weeks of preparation, additional week.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
and they're just so smart. The Chiefs are just so smart on offense. I'll be honest. I am not really that excited about this Super Bowl. Like, this is probably the least excited I've been, surprisingly. And there's a lot of storylines. I guess I'm not too
yeah.
excited to possibly see Hurts win a ring. If anything, I'm more excited to possibly see Mahomes win 3 than I am to see Saquon and the Eagles
Yeah, I don't
win
want to
one.
see the Eagles win.
Yeah, like I said, I'd rather see Mahomes win 3, and then I'd rather not see the Chiefs for 2-3 years, but that I don't know if that'll
Yeah,
happen. But if I'm to pick someone to win this game, I'm going with the Chiefs. It's gonna be the Chiefs. I just think if say it is a shootout, Mahomes gets a chance to win the game late. Well, that's a
yeah,
wrap. It's not a
right.
shootout. It goes the way we think. It's going to be kind of more of a game plan, more of a scheme-based game, where both teams really have to be on point and execute better. Well, then that goes to the Chiefs as well.
Yeah,
Um, and the Chiefs' offense has so many weapons too. Right now, Juju's made big plays. Obviously, got Travis
hmm
Kelsey, got Pacheco back.
Hollywood Brown,
Hollywood
D
Brown,
Hop.
D Hop. This could be one of those games where D Hop shows out. Like, his, these vet players that have waited for a
You
shot like this,
know,
their whole career show up. So it's a lot of different playmakers from the Chiefs. The Eagles basically have to play a perfect game, and by perfect game I mean Saquon needs to have 120 plus rushing yards
hmm
for them to open it up in a way.
yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah. I don't know. I mean, we've seen games where, like last year in the playoffs, the Buccaneers blitzed Jalen Hurts a ton and made him have to make decisions, and it didn't work out. And we did see one time Mahomes get rattled in the Super Bowl against Tampa Bay. I would say he's not that same player that he was in that Super Bowl a couple years ago. Now, when you talk about Jalen Hurts last season, I feel like there's not much that's changed with him from a quarterback standpoint. With his legs, he's the same. He's good. He can run when he wants to, but as a quarterback, when he has to throw the ball under pressure, like you just said, it's not anything special. And I think that's what the Chiefs are going to really try to do. But they gotta put the Eagles in positions where they have to throw the ball. Like if it's third and short, you know what they're gonna do. They're gonna run the ball. They're gonna
mm-hmm.
use the tush push. So
Oh,
those first couple downs are gonna be huge for the Chiefs. If they can force the Eagles into second, third and longs situations, I think that's gonna be one of the ways that they win this game.
and you mentioned it. You mentioned it. I agree with everything you said. But the freaking tush push, man. I am sick of seeing. I'm gonna go to rant. I'm gonna go on a rant now. I'm sick of seeing that play. Can the NFL just come in and ban the tush push?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
honestly.
It's taking out strategy to me. It's obviously have teams that have juice lines like the Eagles that can get away with it 80% of the
Yeah,
time. But it's just as an NFL fan having to watch the tush push on fourth and inches and fourth and one.
yeah,
It's the worst, and especially if it's versus your team. Okay.
yeah, yeah. I was just saying you went through that this year.
It's just I don't care if league wide just ban the tush push, ban that
Yeah,
formation style. I don't know. Get the traditional sneak back. Just get rid of the tush push. I'll stand by that. I'll live by that. I am sick of seeing that play. I see teams line up
yeah,
for it. It just drives me nuts, and we're gonna see it this game probably 4 or 5 times, and hopefully
yeah.
the Chiefs can stop it. It's just at least one time, 2 times.
Yeah, I mean
That's
it's
my
it's
rant.
annoying too because you got to really beat them off the ball, and it's impossible
It's
as a
impossible.
defense. You don't know the count. They use that to their advantage, and if you need
It's
1 to 2 yards, they're going to get it every time
every
unless you
time.
somehow
like I
I don't
said,
know.
to
I
me
don't
it
know how
takes
you stop it.
strategy out. I don't know. I like to see, maybe reverse type plays, direct
Yeah.
snaps, just straight
Hmm.
up pitch, hand it to your running back, traditional sneak. It takes a lot of strategy out, and it puts defenses in a terrible position to try to actually get a stop
Yeah.
with a tush push. And
Yeah.
and it's quite boring actually. Say for example the Eagles are at the 1 or 2 yard line, chance to win the Super Bowl, and they get it with the tush push. Like, it's not exciting. It's not an
Yeah. That
exciting
would suck.
play.
Here they go right here.
Of course, there it is. They got to stop on that one. But I'm tired of it. All right, I had to. That will be clipped. I'll post that on something because I'm tired
This
of
dude
that play.
ranted.
Yeah, I'm tired of it.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that 100%. Yeah.
Well, topic shift. I got nothing. What do you think?
We could talk about
There's
maybe
not.
just real quick
I'm
the
not
MVP
TikTokers.
award.
It's just me in here. So, but
Oh, it is.
yeah,
Oh.
this is how I knew it kind of would be on TikTok or YouTube. It's just
Mm,
there's been people in and out. I've got to admit,
right.
but this is good for us to be able to clip some things and post. What were we gonna say though?
Yeah. The MVP award. Did you think it should have went to Lamar or
Oh
Josh
yeah,
Allen?
let's pull something up with that. Who do
So that
I?
was interesting. I didn't think I wanted Josh Allen to win, but I didn't think he was going to.
Oops, I'm trying to get the stats pulled up here. But honestly, I thought Lamar should have got it. But you made a good point. Um, During that playoff game, is it's probably going to go to whoever wins this game, and they're not supposed. They say it's before all that. It doesn't have an effect.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know if I believe that though.
Right. Me neither. It's like I don't know. Doesn't seem like it. Obviously, it obviously seems like that playoff game implicated everything.
I'm trying to just pull up the stats. Can I get that comparison? Because I'm pretty sure Lamar dominated most of those stats, if we're being honest. All right, here we go. Let's see. No, I don't want to sign up. I'll zoom in here.
Yeah, I think Lamar did. Yeah.
So these are the stats. Josh Allen went 13-4. Lamar went 12-5. About 4,172 passing yards, 3,731 for Josh Allen. Pass touchdowns. Lamar had 41. Josh Allen had 28. How many did he have rushing? I just skipped a few. Interceptions, 4 for Lamar, 6 for Josh Allen. Rush attempts, 139.
Jeez.
Wow, 139 rush attempts is crazy. Rush yards, 950. Okay, so looking at everything here, outside of rush touchdowns, which Josh Allen led in, 12-4.
Hmm.
Um, it's kind of dominant from Lamar Jackson.
I think they said this is the first time that a quarterback who didn't make first team All Pro won MVP in over 20 years.
It's crazy. A little Lamar Jackson fatigue.
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, really, my argument for Josh Allen is he didn't have Derrick Henry, and Derrick Henry had a great season. I think he was second team All Pro
That's true.
running back. Josh Allen, I don't even think had another Pro Bowler on his team.
Also,
So,
though,
I mean, it's really the only argument that you can make. And I did predict Josh Allen win an MVP on our sports
you
page.
did. You did. We
So,
called it.
and I said Washington was going to make the playoffs on our sports page.
Woo. Woo.
That was
Called it.
crazy. That was crazy. I'm going to have to go look at those videos and see how they all played out here. But I do remember saying both those things.
You did.
I said Eagles were going to win the Super Bowl on that page too.
Also said the Jets, but it's okay.
Yeah, I said Eagles and Jets.
No, that good
The Eagles
predictions.
win. That's going to be crazy.
if they do win, that would be kind of cool to see. I don't think no one's expecting to see that.
I
I
don't
think
want them to.
I don't want to really see it either because then it elevates Hurts to a level that I just don't think should be considered.
Yeah, I don't think he
Um,
belongs in.
and then the Philly fans, just
Oh boy.
all of it that comes
Yeah.
with it. And it would kind of suck because it's like we're so close to seeing the Chiefs win 3 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Um, kind of be cool to see at this point. Although it would be nice to kind of slow Mahomes down. I mean, what this would be 4 rings, getting a little too close to my
Yeah.
goat if he gets another
Who?
ring. Mahomes.
Who's your GOAT?
No, I mean the goat, Tom Brady, not my
No.
goat. The goat, the goat.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Tom Brady,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, to me with this MVP, I honestly think I'm not even mad they gave it to Josh Allen. I'm really not. Like Josh Allen
No.
had to do more on a worse team, kind of as you mentioned. Um, I mean, Josh Allen still doesn't really have like a true, and neither does Lamar, granted, but I feel like the receiving core that Josh Allen is working with is still worse than the receiving core Lamar is working with. And
Yeah.
they've got the better running back. I just feel like a little bit Lamar Jackson fatigue. He's under-delivered in the playoffs every
Mhm.
year, basically.
Yeah.
You could say this year, the second half he played better, gave him a shot, but still, first half wasn't great. Could put blame on Andrews, but still, Lamar had a
Yeah.
fumble, I believe, too, and that pick. So
Yeah.
you could blame a few different people that game. But yeah, just overall, I think fatigue with giving it to Lamar. Josh Allen did more on a worse team, had a better record, made it
Yeah.
further in the playoffs. Again, Lamar. So I'm not even mad at them giving it to Josh Allen.
No.
He had a really good year.
Yeah.
No one expected him to do this much.
Mm-mm.
I will say,
No.
unless they get, I don't know what it will take for the Bills to beat the Chiefs in the playoffs.
Right. I don't know. I don't. It'll like they've literally done everything. They've had different roster makeups throughout the years, and it just has not been able to. They haven't been able to come through when they really needed to.
Yeah, I just
It's weird.
kind of sick of seeing that matchup because like everyone was like, oh, friend Al was hitting me up like, oh, the Bills are gonna. I'm like, they're not gonna win. Like, and you're seeing hype online. Can Josh Allen do it? I'm like, no. I don't even think
I
it's just a
wanted them
Josh
to.
Allen thing. Yeah, I don't think it's even that, but it's a tough matchup for them. Um,
Yeah.
and to me, it has been a one-sided, and it's been a one-sided series between these two
Yeah.
teams. Like I don't know why it gets as amped as it does. I get it, the matchup, Josh Allen, Mahomes, but
Yeah.
until the Bills win one of those matchups in the playoffs, I don't want to talk about it.
No.
Which kind of
No.
sucks, but it just is what it is.
Yeah. It's how it's gotta go. It's
All right.
crazy.
Well, anything else you want to cover? I mean, this was kind of a good test. We'll
Yeah.
be more organized. We'll get better as we go. Um,
Yeah.
some technical difficulties pushed us back.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah. It's okay. We
Strange
figured it
game.
out.
But yeah, anything you wanted to add or possibly say that we could post or.
Not that I could think of off the top of my head. Um, are we gonna make a video for the Super Bowl?
I will be making. Yeah, I was gonna do a prediction probably, but
Okay.
do something different or.
I might make a video tomorrow then, like an NBA or something if you'd want to
I
do
don't think
football then.
two would hurt, just because
Yeah, yeah,
it's
that's
the
true
Super Bowl.
actually.
Why not
Yeah,
have a few videos
yeah,
come out with that too? I don't think it
yeah.
hurts.
All right. Yeah, I'll make a football video and do that.
Awesome. Well, you have a person here. Thanks for watching. But yeah, it's been kind of good to test this out. Kind of a cool
Yeah.
thing, and
Yeah.
we'll get better as we go along. But
Sir.
all right, I'm gonna end it.
All right.
I'll talk to you later.
All right. See
Peace
ya.
out.
See ya.